Okay.
All right, so welcome to Winning Women Wednesdays.
Welcome. Yes.
We are so glad to have Malaysia Harrell on tonight, founder and CEO of Blissful Life and Blissful Home Candy. Is that correct? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I met Malaysia some years ago, working together, and she's just an amazing spirit. So we have kept in contact, and an amazing woman. I'm so excited to talk to you tonight to hear more about where you are now and your story, your journey, and how you are helping people through health, wellness, peace, all that. We love all of it. So thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, ladies. How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, look.
We good though.
We press on, we move on.
That's what we do. So we've been up this morning since, I guess, 6 o'clock because we're filming a commercial, and we've been like interviewing and doing scenes throughout the day. And she's still working full time. So that's why we know what owning a business and owning two businesses, you know how hard you're working. And that's exactly why we want to celebrate you tonight, because we know that you are winning and we want to just share you with the world. So tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's been such a blessing just getting to know Latasha and working with her. She has such a servant heart, a servant leadership, and I'm just so excited to see all the things that you're doing as well. So again, thank you for the opportunity. And, you know, as they've said, my name is Malaysia Harrell, and I am the CEO and founder of Blissful Life Consulting and also Blissful Home Candy. And with Blissful Life Consulting, we help women to gain clarity, to be able to go after and live the life of their dreams. Sometimes it's very hard to know what your purpose, what your plan is. There's a lot of things that are all muddied and cluttered in your brain and in your head, and you have people telling you all this stuff. And so we help with that, and of course, empowerment of women, wellness, you know, and just overall health. And then I launched last year the Blissful Home Candy, which is a candle, scent, and home decor company. And it was just so fun because in the midst of COVID, right, I launched this business, and then COVID happens, and I just had this idea of, you know, sometimes you wonder what you can do to help others. And so I launched the Operation Blissful Acts. And we have these beautiful, beautiful boxes that have candles and all kind of journals, beautiful pens. And what happened was it was almost like an act of kindness type operation where we gave away some of the boxes to deserving women, people who are going through things. And then people started sending money, you know, to have them sent to somebody else. So it was kind of like, you know, an act of kindness that kept on giving. And so we're just so blessed that we're actually able to offer the opportunity to help with others. You know, times right now are really challenging for a lot of people.
Yes.
Watching this today, and you know, you realize like, oh my goodness, you're just talking to me. Just know you're not alone.
Right.
People going through the same thing, and we're all in this together. We're all here to support each other.
That is so true, and that is amazing. I love that idea. It started, and I love the fact that it started off with just being kind, right? Because that's why we have you on here tonight, because we're, you know, we are Peace Bridge, right? And so we're all about, and I feel like those are the type of things, the small things that count. Like someone thought of me and thought enough to send me something just out of the kindness of their heart. So I love that. That is amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. So how long have you actually been doing the Blissful Home Candy?
So we launched that the beginning of 2020.
Oh.
It was in the works in the fall of 2019, but the actual launch was kind of right before the midst of COVID. We did a soft launch. We actually, for Blissful Life Consulting, We had a huge, beautiful women's empowerment event, and we did vision boards, and we just really linked in with each other, and it was so beautiful. So we did a soft launch there of the products, and people loved them. We pretty much sold out. After that, it kind of gave us the confidence to say, okay, this is something that people would want. And, you know, the name Blissful Home Candy, probably people wonder, you know, why I chose.
Where did that come from?
And it's because, well, I'll give you the backstory. Basically, I was writing a story about my life. I had a coach, and, you know, I had started writing things about my life. And when I looked at the outline and I saw all the trauma that I experienced in my life, I kind of froze, and I was like, I'm not ready to open the door on all of this stuff. And so she said, well, what can you do? You know, we're not going to stop here. Like, the show goes on. We're not in the corner thinking about nothing. What can you do while you heal? And so it was like, I don't know. And then it was like, I had this thing where, you know, Bath and Body Works, they have their fall sale.
Semi-annual.
3:30, I went to the bathroom, and I had put all this stuff in my cart. And by the time I got back to the bed, I had spent like $50 on candles for friends and family. And so it was like, when I woke up, something said, you could have started a business with that money, right? You like home decor, you like candle scents. So that's kind of how this was birthed. I really got that idea. And that's also part of healing. You know, sometimes when you're going through, or, you know, you've been so on this road of your professional career, and you really don't have time to sit down and think about things and process things. You know, you can do things that are activities that bring you joy, that bring other people joy. And so when I thought about Blissful Home Candy, you know, as a child, and you thinking about, you know, different things that you've gone through, sometimes you tend to think about the negative things, but you can think about what was the positive thing that I experienced. And I remember I used to go in the bottom of my mom's purse, because she would always send me to get her cigarettes. She would, you know, write everything down, put it in here, you know, put the bobby pin, everything. And when I get there, the guy's name was Mr. P. He would take the stuff out, but I had a little change. I get me penny candy. And that was such, like, it's so memorable to me. It's such a good time when you think about challenges you face. There was always a glimmer of hope. You know what I mean? So I think about that penny candy. And so we have so many penny candy scents. Of course, now we've really launched the home decor. So we also have other scents, beautiful scents. Right. Well, but that was kind of how that was birthed.
You know, that is so amazing. And it's crazy because when I'm hearing you talk, and I believe everything happens so intentionally, and God is so divine, and he's so intentional, right? Because, you know, we're doing the same thing from a different perspective. You're doing it from the blissful angle. We're doing it from the peaceful angle, but it's all needed. Yeah. And so, you know, and that's where our platform is where we promote other women and other small businesses. Even we actually did a basket for some women and sent body wash and, you know, aromatherapy things and things that made them feel good, right? And sometimes things, you know, we always think about everyone else as moms and mothers and women. We think about our sisters and aunts and friends and the men in our lives, but when do people really think about us, right?
Or think about ourselves.
Right, or when do we have the time to think about ourselves? So something as simple as a candle that has a beautiful smell, like when you take your bath and you can have your me time, as I call it, because I am adamant about getting my me time, but, you know, having that candle and having that thing that brings you like a euphoric, blissful feeling. And that is amazing because we need it. We do.
Yeah. Wow. And, you know, I mean, you said so many things that really resonated, but people don't realize the power in healing when you help other people heal.
Yes.
That energy is something about that magic because you've experienced those things. So for you to be given it, it's almost giving a part of yourself that's also healing. And then you're giving yourself that healing energy as well as you watch other people heal. And you're right, you have to be careful because you don't want to overdo it. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
That's the magic, is helping other people.
And that's where I can even see how just passionate you are. Like, even with, you're talking about your boxes and the things that you've done and how you even got to where it was. It's very selfless, very well thought out, well put together. And I see it on your Instagram when I was like researching you and looking you up. You have Malaysia Harrell and your name is trademarked. And I'm like, that is a powerful statement, right? Because that goes places. Like, people get things trademarked that have a stamp. It means something, and I can tell what you're standing for and what you're doing is going to be it is already not going to be, it is so powerful, but it's going to permeate throughout, and more people are going to be impacted by it because it's an amazing mission that you're on.
Thank you. And you're right, you have to claim things before it comes into existence. That's how. So you have to believe in the unseen. You have to have unwavering faith.
Yep.
You say this is going to be this way, that's how it's going to be, because you said it, you've declared it, and you're also you're walking by faith and not by sight. So you're picking up your bed
and saying,
one of the things that God is telling you to do. You can't say, God, I want all this stuff and I'm just going to sit here.
Right.
The magic of how that works. People are going to come in your life. You should see the amount of interviews. I can't wait to post this one. Page, but the amount of interviews, the amount of connections, the other people have connected with me and even helped other people. So I would love to work with you to make sure that we're sewing into other people. But it's just so amazing.
It is. What you laughing at?
Look, Jessica over here. I'm sorry, Cole over here with her church amens interrupting your little talk. When she over here just in church, girl, like preach, Malaysia. Yes, girl.
It's so powerful, and I don't want you to stop because the preachers be like, "Well, y'all don't hear me. I want you to know I hear you. I'm listening. I'm connecting with you."
But amen. That's amazing with you. I mean, that's what it's all about. We're really here to help each other.
Yeah.
And Malaysia, what I love is that I don't know where I read it or if it was just in one of your talks, but you're serving in your purpose and your passion. And I know that you served in the military. You're still serving. You serve God. And then to be able to have a business where you can actually serve in your purpose, because you're a social worker, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I
am a psychotherapist, clinical social worker, board certified. It's a lot.
Just the connections, and where God places us. And again, like you said, who he places in our lives and how we are able to just be in each other's company and support each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't even know if Jessica knows, but we just finished the 40-day fast with Dr. Les Owens. So Malaysia was the one who introduced me to the fast. And when you introduced me, I didn't get through. Like, I feel like I probably got through the first 3 days of the fast, but at that point, I just wasn't ready mentally and just not ready. And, you have to be ready going into a fast. So I put the book away. I put it away. I don't even know why I came back to it, but one day I saw that book again and I was like, I'm doing these 40 days, and it was an amazing.
Are we doing this right now? Are you sure you want to do this? Because, girl, listen, and I can tell her right now, it wasn't meant for her to do it by herself at that 3 day, because she one random Monday morning, or no, it was Monday morning, she texted me and she was like, I'm doing a fast for 40 days. You should do it with me. I'm buy you the book or something.
We should do it together.
We should do it together. So I'm like, okay. So I mindlessly go on Amazon, buy the book, don't ask any questions. And I'm like, I was in a really weird place at work, right? And she literally texted me that morning and was like, I want to do this fast. Not knowing, but the Spirit moved me that same day to resign from my job. I had been in corporate health for about 10 years. And that day, so much stuff led up to this moment, but she was like, let's do this fast. And at that moment, I was like, I got to hold on to something because I'm leaving this 6-figure job. I have a family to take care of. I have so much on my plate. She failed to mention to me that there was like pre-work that you're supposed to do before that Monday, because she started it that day. And so I was a couple of days behind her when we did it, but we went through the 40 days. And let me tell you.
Wow.
Let me tell you. Like,
isn't it? Oh, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And I just started fasting yesterday, and it's just magical because you get real clarity. You get answers. Now, sometimes you need to be careful what you ask for. Oh, I want to be this entrepreneur. Your job go away. I've had it happen to several friends. They want to walk in their calling. And I had a girlfriend. She lost her job. Now she has a thriving podcast. She's a coach, coaching women, helping women to heal as well. So I would just love to hear y'all's experience with that fast, because Dr. Celeste Owens, I mean, she is like, that is her ministry.
Yes.
That fasting ministry. And I love when she does the, like the corporate or led one, because, she'll check in daily and, have the lives or whatever. You could ask questions. Sometimes she'll have, when she kicks off, she'll be at a church and you can go and see her. Like, it's just phenomenal. You sound a little lower. Did the speaker go down?
Let's see. No, I don't think so.
We're at 100. Is that better?
No. Maybe is it the microphone? While she's doing that, I will say that we do plan to do an interview or some type of live or something, just to. It's so much happening, so much was revealed, and so much, so many breakthroughs. I mean, oh girl.
Now I can't hear at all.
Oh, she can't hear.
How is that? Is that better?
Maybe a little.
Is that better?
A little lower or a little higher?
I hear it now.
Okay, there we go. So I don't know how much you heard, but I said we definitely plan to do something to just share our experience, because we got so much from it. And I mean, so much to that at the end, homegirl preached the sermon, child. Like, I mean, and then the sermon was powerful. It wasn't even like, I mean, it was the whole 40 days. And then like a couple weeks after, honestly, to this day, I mean, things just keep happening. And
we still do our morning devotions.
I'm making me feel emotional because, today was my second day, and I did, I'm fasting, but I went to have broth, vegetables with my girlfriend for lunch today. And I mean, it was just such a magical experience, right? We're talking, she was stationed with me in Hawaii, so we don't get to see each other often. But right after we were done, the over and says, somebody paid for your meal.
Wow.
That's that stuff. Like, people, it's not a game. It's
not.
It's serious. Like, spiritual realm, when you surrender to God, is so powerful. It's so powerful. Mountains will be moved.
Girl, you just gave me goosebumps. Let me tell you, I got goosebumps.
I looked at Tasha, are we doing this? Because when you fast and you truly, like, I fasted in the past. Like, I've done it with the corporate church, and I've done it, like, done different ones, and done the Daniel fast. Done the Ramadan. I'm not Muslim, but participated with Ramadan. Just desiring to connect. And I don't know what it was. I know what it was, but the timing, the just everything about it. It was like, I kept telling her, it was like every day something was being revealed. And I kept saying, if we keep going through this, I don't think I can take it. Like, it got to the point, literally, like, it was one point where I was like, I asked for this, but I think I'm good. Like, I knew you could give it to me, but I'm really good. Like, we got through it. So I will say this. I know you fasted before in the past. It sounds like, I don't know where you are in your spiritual walk, but I will share this for even someone who's watching and may not be as deep or as far along in your journey. But if you need to hear from something, whether it be whatever you believe in, your higher power, the universe, the energy, a way to do it is empty your plate, get into your body, clear your mind, purify yourself. And it doesn't have to just be food. Because I gave up negative thinking. I gave up, I don't want to give it all away, but I gave up something. And I did give up food, but I gave up much more, because food is a sacrifice for me. But there were some other things that have some other strongholds. So I say all that to say, get through your fast, because it's like, how can you not do it when you know something so amazing is on the other side? And it's just like, you can turn it down for 40, 60 days, however long you decide to do it, because it is worth it. It is so worth it.
Yeah, and Ramadan just started, and it's funny that you said that. I'm also Christian, but it was like, oh, it came up on my thing, it's Ramadan. So I was like, you know what, start a fast. And so many things kept telling me to fast. And even when y'all contacted me the other week and was like, you know, can we get in touch with Dr. Owens and all this kind of stuff? Like, I kept getting it. And so even now, for us to be talking about
and you just started
fasting, and then this magical stuff is happening. People just, I'm telling you, you will get so many messages. Sometimes it's overwhelming because you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this assignment. It brings you to the next level spiritually. People can't break you, you know. There's so much going on in the world, and you'll feel this sense of peace never felt before.
Yeah. And when you get it, like once you feel that, because I tell people all the time, like even with me, if you're not eating the way you're supposed to, it just feels normal. But once you start and you get into that routine and you're eating, you're working out, you notice a difference. And the same thing with peace. Like if you haven't had it, then it's just regular. But once you feel that peace, the peace of God, then you know that it is real. And when I went into that fast, I didn't have anything specific because I had so much going on in my life. So I was like, God, I don't even know where to start. But throughout those 40 days, every day, you know, he gave it to me, and he was like, this is what it is. This is what it is every day. And
that's why we wanted to get Dr. Celeste, because we want to share, like, we've actually reached out, and we're trying to work things out. But I know what, you know, she has a calling, like he's using her. And because like I said, I had never heard of her before. I just ordered her book off Amazon, and not her, but she's a vessel that pretty much she was used to change and to catapult, literally to the point where after our 40 days was up, like the 42nd day that I was done, I was like, Tasha, so what we gonna do next? We gotta do something. Like, we can't just like let this die. We gotta be consistent. So that is just powerful. I mean, I've been a Christian. I mean, I was baptized at like 5 or 6, right? And never felt disconnected. So, and again, that's why I know this is so intentional. Like, even with you sharing with her about the fast, and then her just randomly texting me one random morning after she had already started. So
yeah,
it's amazing.
And that, you know, we're so much about community. You know, being in the military and then me being a single mom is kind of where we came together and birthed Peace Bridge, because that community, that social aspect of women just being around and supporting each other, and, you know, loving on each other's kids and loving on each other, and, you know, female entrepreneurs and how we can help other females, and, you know, just again, like we said earlier, sometimes we just don't think about ourselves. We're always thinking about everyone else. But when you have that spiritual connection, the social connection, the mental connection, it's so important. It's so important in our lives. So thank you so much for being here, guys.
And I wanted to say,
I love the work ladies are doing. And, you know, I mean, just let God continue to use you. You know, you're going to see just the impact that you make in people's lives, and how then they turn around, like we said, and now they're doing for other people. And it's just, I mean, if we did more of that in our communities, you could just only imagine, you know, the strongholds we could break.
But you said something earlier as far as when you were, you know, starting and looking, writing your book, and you had a business coach. Now, I'll say we looked up, I don't even know how we fell upon our business coach, because we weren't looking for her, and she just kind of happened, right? But could you speak on that, on how people can find, because I know a lot of women, we struggle. We struggle. We trying to get an assistant right now because we struggling to keep up with all the engagements and the bookings. And
that's part of This fast, I'm asking for something because I'm in agreement with you on that because it's not easy to do everything, but you know, I do really believe in that. I have a very big mentorship philosophy. My leadership style, I provide a lot of mentorship and to colleagues, to peers, to the youth, to other adults. And, you know, I have a lot of mentors in my life, and I have mentors on different levels. So, you know, even from a spiritual level, you know, I have someone who is so near and dear to my heart. She sends me, you know, scriptures every single day. You know, marriage mentors, financial mentors. Like we have so many different, you know, mentors. And so when you're starting a business, it can really be daunting and it can be scary. And I see why most people don't do it. They're like, forget this, I'm gonna go get that paycheck. And I'm stressed out all the time. But if you just allow yourself to be used and to, you know, really get somebody that's in alignment. So it's not like you have to go and seek it out. Again, if you fast or do anything like that, you get clarity and you get introduced. With I have several different coaches for different things, but the coach that I was talking about was CEO Azarel, and she can be found on Instagram. And she is a film producer. She is an author. She has a publishing company. She's doing so many big things. And so she was like the premier coach for people who are publishing books. But let me tell you how my meeting her has been so divine. So a lot of times coaches will have communities, right? Communities of other women. She has brought some women in my life who have become lifelong friends, and we are doing this together. And it was, she has really, you know, sewn into me, but just that sense of community. Women, we have our little group name. We've supported each other, so it's not just a superficial thing of let's check and see who did their book or who did this publishing or ISBN number. None of that. It's like I'm dealing with some real life stuff. Right. Can you pray for me? You know what I mean? Hop on a three-way call, FaceTime. If somebody needed, we on that thing. Or, okay, Friday, meet at my house. We are so connected. And partnered, if you look at some of my interviews, a lot of us have partnered to support each other's businesses. So I was saying when we did that big women's empowerment event where we did the vision boards, that was in conjunction with them. So you say I need a personal assistant, but how do you know that somebody else who's in the same coaching program can assist you with those needs, and maybe you might support each other. So you do this and I do that. Works out. It's divine. You don't gotta look. So
it is that. Thank you. Listen, you're so right. You are so right. But again, that's why these are so important, because it's like not hard conversations, it's conversations that you just don't typically have, right? When we get together now I'm noticing that more of my friends were having these kinds of conversations, but before, because like we sitting around, so what is the EIN? How do you get that? Where do you pay for your license at? Like that's our conversations now, right? But before, it was just like, if you didn't know, you didn't know. So it's amazing that, you know, even with this, you telling us that, like we literally were just talking about, actually have scheduled interviews tomorrow for AA or virtual assistants, because we're all over the place. So maybe we need to get connected.
I want to see if you're using a staffing company. Somebody just sent me one, and I was thinking about doing, you know, something like that as well. So we'll see.
So we'll
share. We'll share resources. We can do that.
Okay.
So as we close up, Malaysia, do you have any candles that you can show? Do you have any close?
I do. Look, I got candles all over the top. Well, look, I don't want to stand up. I don't have all of them. So these are burnt, but This is our Candy Kiss collection.
Ooh.
This is. And these came out exclusively for, these are 3-wick candles. They came out exclusively for Valentine's Day, but they did so well that we decided to keep them in stock. We have 3 colors. So we have the clear, and they have very, very beautiful scents.
Bring it to the screen. Let me smell it.
It's called Cashmere Moon. Cashmere Moon. And then this one's Mediterranean Nights. And I have a black one. It's in the other room. So black one the same. That one is called Vanilla Bean Dream. So I actually did if you follow me on @Blissful Home Candy, I do a lot of giveaways. I love it. It's like having a party. It's so exciting. And that was the contest, was to have someone name that particular candle. And I thought Vanilla Bean Dream was so cute. So, and everyone loves vanilla. So you can, also pick a custom fragrance if you like with these. So, just send me an inbox or whatever. But I have so many different kinds. We have wax melt warmers, beautiful warmers on the site. Available. We have room sprays for people who can't, they're soy-based, so they are all natural, but sometimes people don't want to necessarily burn candles, so I think the wax melts, the room sprays, I'll be launching the diffusers. I have very beautiful diffusers that'll be coming out. So, I mean, it's just like living your dream.
Yes.
And then you get to bring joy in the lives of others in their homes. So that's what it's all about.
So we will definitely be linking with you because, like I said, we do send baskets to women, just to send them a little piece of peace is what we call them, little boxes of peace. And we would love to be able to feature your candle. We even we do like Yanni bars or the different soaps and the bath bombs. And so, and like you said, some people don't like candles, so the wax melts. And so we can include your information in your card. And if they want to reach out to you and connect with you directly, that'll be, a relationship connection that you'll have, right? So
absolutely.
And we definitely want to feature you.
It's funny that you said that because actually the wholesale has been a huge brunt of our business. So there are a lot of people who are authors who have, book launches, and they get box with a journal or something like that. They all wholesale ordered for candles. My sister, she has a vision board prayer box. It's featured in her box. So a lot of people do a lot of wholesale orders. I think it's just so nice people love just that little extra, you care. So I'm so glad you ladies are doing that. This is just
and to Malaysia. So right now on our website, and we would love to feature you. I want to get you on there because right now it's free.
Yeah.
But I want to definitely get your company on there, get all your information, get you on the website. But 2, we're also going to have a peace weekend. It's actually a power weekend, but it's peace, wellness, and rest. So if we can either have you first choice to have you, but 2, if you're not able to join us, if we could definitely get set up with you so that we can have your candles and products there too.
Just send me the information. We do a lot of things, so it's just giving back. It's just very exciting. So absolutely.
Sounds good. And we'll definitely get all the information. Make sure you put it in the comment section. So if y'all y'all better get these candles. So we'll put all the information down in the comments, how they can contact you, your site. I know you're on Etsy. I saw that, right?
Yeah, so the Blissful Home Candy, either if you go to Instagram @Blissful Home Candy, you can click the link in the bio to shop, and it is on Etsy. If you go to Etsy directly, put in Blissful Home Candy as one word, and it'll pop up with everything. So it's faster to get there that way.
Yes.
Nice.
Very, very exciting.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. You have anything else, Cole, before we close this thing up?
Like I said, we set Wednesdays aside just to celebrate women that are winning, and we are just watching from the sidelines. We follow you on Instagram, and we're gonna connect, and on every level, like I said, we're gonna get you on our website, and you just keep doing what you're doing, and keep walking in your passion, walking in your purpose, I should say. And I know Malaysia Harrell Blissful. I called it blooming something earlier
because Monday was blooming.
Yes,
it was blooming.
Blooming. So this is Blissful Home Candy. It's going to be a household name. Look, I've been prophesying that to everybody, so everybody will have them a candle.
I receive it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But that's all. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, we'll increase your peace with Cole and Tree.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.